curious to see what's going to happen.
So, what's going to happen? We're going to find out. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Hour 3 of Let's Roleplay Rag-a-Muffins. We exit the bar, and our heroes now have... Well, the job hasn't really changed significantly, but they have a new objective and a way of making some actual cash out of this whole fiasco. They've spent one day... Yeah, they've currently spent one day in preparation. They have... spend the beginning of a second day, talking things out, working out their stuff, getting some information. You still have yet to actually, put any plans into effect, but it sounds like you guys are actually starting to get your plan sorted out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So then, we pick up with you guys leaving the bar and, basically coming together to decide what you're going to do. And as you leave the bar, you actually see more people are starting to filter back in, as if like the fact that you guys are now leaving is sort of an unspoken signal to the regulars that shit is not going to go down. It's cool.
We didn't even go carrying any grenades.
If Linda was there, yeah, she would.
Yeah, but Linda wasn't. Therefore, we didn't bring grenades.
Actually, we would have had more problems with that. Then again, Linda is from Atlas as well.
Oh god, you're right.
She's in a similar situation as.
Yeah, that probably.
That would have smoothed it over even better.
If she stole something, it could have been really bad.
Oh yeah, kleptomania right there.
Yeah, should pickpocket them. But they don't have a lot of money. Doesn't matter. I want to pickpocket them. But no, that didn't happen. Luckily, you guys are now in a better position now than you were before. Something that might not have been the case with Linda. So what is your plan now? Like, do you want to stick around the station longer, or do you want to, start preparations to, make your next move?
I think it's time to actually start moving.
Agreed.
Yes, I just need to install this one last cable and then we're good to go.
Agreed.
Okay.
Kaufman will put soft serve in the same drawer as before, and then plug himself in with his body, snuggling.
After a bit of soldering and everything, the ship should be running fine once again with a new make and model number.
Not bad. So you bought off that drawback?
Yep.
Okay, remove it from the big list. Your guys are now flying in a newly remodeled ship. Is it still called the Bloodied Talon, or are you also changing the name while you're at it?
Well, if it's a famous ship, you wouldn't want it to be named the same.
Well, I assume you'd probably change the name from the original Atlas one, but do you want to change it again just because you've, fundamentally changed the ship, and because I know that some of you guys weren't so fond of the Bloodied Talon?
Was it the Lost Basket?
God, you really gonna go with the Lost Basket?
Yeah.
Well, no one's disagreeing.
Not all baskets that wander are lost, but this one is.
I will change that in the sheet when I have the kids.
You head out and you find yourselves now looking at a newly repainted, refinished Lost Basket. For some reason, you actually see a number of your subordinates bringing boxes of chicken tenders on board.
So I'm going to have so many talks with them. And by talks, I mean beatings.
Beatings?
Who am I kidding? I'm a bird of prey. I eat other birds.
No, they know that, like, as much as it's like a weird taboo thing, you're totally down with it.
We know you love chicken meat. Hey, boss.
Why, yes, I do.
Chickens are the lowest class of bird. The big thing with Shamarins is, like, they're totally down with eating chicken. Chicken's fine. It's just whenever, like, racist human jokes about Shamarins tasting just like chicken come up that it gets, like, super awkward and offensive.
No. If that happened, what he would do is just kind of play with his talons and go, you taste like pork, right?
Oh. Yeah, no, it's like, I imagine in the Federation, like the equivalent of like really shitty, ugly, racist caricatures are like for the Shamarins at least, are like basically like KFC buckets with a Shamarin on the side.
KFS, Kentucky Fried Shamarin.
Oh god. It's
Well,
it's
I can
TFS.
imagine that's an outer rim delicacy.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like there's like a
God, it's an Uluru run store.
oh god, no, there's a rumor. It's not true. There's a rumor though that some scavs eat Shamarins like fried chicken, though it's actually not the case.
Well,
As far
it
as
can
you
be the
know.
case. It can be the case if Winter decides to become that.
Oh god. Then it would be a weird fringe thing, but not like an actual normal thing. But like that's one of those racist caricatures that's like, they ate Shamarins.
They eat civilized people.
Oh.
To eat uncivilized people.
Yeah, but no, there's a general like taboo against eating other sapiens. Like it's not technically
Yeah.
cannibalism, but like it's basically treated about the same.
Yeah.
Like even the more quote unquote savage races kind of consider that to be super weird and poor form.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's less of a thing. Like it's less of a straight up thing as you get with like actual like real world human on human cannibalism, but like it's still considered basically on the same level.
Mm-hmm.
God. Thanks, Richie.
And actually, with the chicken tenders going up into the ship, I'm going to yell, Michaels! Michaels, tell me you didn't get all one type. Everyone's going to get bored.
One of your subterfuge agents who always goes around wearing his goggles with one big red light on the front comes out and just shrugs. Sorry, boss, I like chicken tenders.
I know you like chicken tenders, Michaels, but not everyone is you. Go out there, get sauces.
All right. He lumbers out. He's a big dude. Like for one of the infiltration agents, he's huge. But he lumbers out and goes out to get some sauces.
I swear. Hot garlic.
Okay, boss. I get hot garlic for friends.
Oh god.
Why did I ever put him in charge of food logistics?
Because it makes him so happy, and you can't say no to like when the
Oh,
big
you get
guy's that
a
happy.
cheery smile.
Okay, Thompson, yes, I remember.
Anyway,
Actually, I'm going to turn back to Thompson. Please tell me you got other things for the rest of the crew.
oh yeah, no, we got lots of other stuff. You know that some of the crew's vegan. Like we always make sure to keep everyone, everyone's palates taken care of.
And you made sure to get ice cream ingredients for
Yeah, weird
the
request.
ship's
but we
girlfriend.
we got a whole bunch of stuff for her.
Okay, good. He just goes, Atex, I never thought those words would ever come out of my mouth in that order.
I'm very surprised to hear them as well. I'm also very surprised at what the crew's been doing with her new quarters.
What?
Have you not seen?
Just tell me, Atex.
Oh, well, in the break room, they've labeled it as now being soft serve's room, and they've decorated the area around her as if it is a crew quarters for a member of the crew. It's all decorative, of course, but they seem to think it is either funny or very adorable. I believe the crew is very fond of Kaufman's new partner.
You know, even when I started back in the Alliance, even when I was on the team with you, there was never more than one AI per ship.
It
Now there's
does
3.
feel like we're really getting out of hand with all these AIs. On the other hand, we never had any scavs or half-cat robots or or like, rebellious state artificial intelligences on board. So I suppose all things considered,
Rebellious state of artificial intelligences. What do I call you?
I suppose I am that now. Times change, sometimes for the strange, but I suppose not always for the worse. Okay, that's cool. I'd get that blue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
But yeah, as you go in and you actually see that like soft serve, like the crew, the cafeteria has been changed to now be labeled as soft serve's quarters, and there's a little weird setup for her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as you do go in though, yeah, you get you pass by the car and you get everything ready, and you prepare the ship for takeoff. And the question is, where are you guys going to go to?
All right, command staff meeting.
All right.
Unfortunately, Linda's still out with the flu, but the rest of you were able to go to the command staff room.
Well, I mean, her move is going to be what can we steal from the most, so...
I can't believe she got cat AIDS.
Oh, Lord.
How does
The
that
sad
even
thing is,
happen?
that's actually a thing.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I referenced it.
God.
Oh, FIV.
Her room is so
Okay.
fucking weird.
Her room is weird. She has a fucking scratching pole.
She has a giant scratching post that was originally an art installation set up in her room. But she actually fucking uses it.
It's just.
Okay.
She has pictures of cats on their wall, and you're not sure if that's her, and you're not sure if that's a sexual thing or if that's just a
Inspirational.
aesthetic thing. Yeah.
Or that's just her
Linda,
family.
taking new meaning to the term crazy cat lady.
Oh, fuck. But yeah. So,
And sadly, she's one of the more level-headed ones on the crew.
Hey.
it's really
Wait,
good.
who's not? Wait, who's the not level-headed one aside from her?
I think she's up there.
Like, everyone's a little crazy, but
Like, what do we have? We have a fucking like Middle Eastern lizard lady from a desert planet. That's normal. We have
Viking
a
lizards.
car we have Carboys, the lady. We have
Cowgirls.
yeah. We we have a robot looking for love in an ice cream machine. And we got this stupid bird man with a second voice in his head. So like, who's the real weird one now?
Well, to be fair, though.
I'm still
Lizard
gonna go
also
with the
has the second-
AI searching for love with a soft serve machine.
Hey, that's a
Yeah,
cute
I mean-
story.
It is
I
pretty
didn't say that it wasn't cute, I just said that it was weird.
That's fair. Well, then again, Xeno scum like yourself wouldn't understand
I
love.
wouldn't understand this is true love they're making.
Fuck.
Be very, very careful of the soft serve, got it.
Don't stick your dick in the wrong hole in the ice cream machine. You might turn it into paste.
Oh no!
Ice cream pie.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway.
so the staff meeting.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kaufman's there because he's in the ship already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as I see it, probably our lowest risk move is to make a hop into Atlas space and see if we can't pick up on the pirate radio, or the pirate comms that are going about. Maybe get a little bit of information from that. Potentially do some scouting for a raid on a data center. The other possibility is to go ahead and set up as a new mercenary company with a human-centric.
Alright, so who do you recommend take the whole being the human half of the quote-unquote face of the organization?
Kaufman recommends Bob.
He's actually a high choice on the list.
To be fair, yeah.
Like I normally have Bob come in and be like, wait, what? But Bob is currently trying to take care of Linda as she's vomiting.
See, the whole thing is that they never saw his face on the fucking screen, so they wouldn't even have him on record.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
We've got possibilities there, and it's not as if we can't.
Possibility.
Yes, we've got a couple of Italians on staff.
Oh,
Of course.
well,
We've got
that's
Mario, Luigi Mario, Wario Mario,
All right, April. We're gonna add a
Waluigi
separate.
Mario.
God, we're gonna add a separate, a separate race that's just called Italian. They have they're the only ones with attribute modifiers. They get a minus to their intelligence, but get a bonus to cooking skill.
Oh my god.
Is this fatal?
This is a fatal RPG?
So, what's the modifier to their asshole circumference?
Oh my
They get a large one there.
Oh my god. Anyway,
Roll a
so yeah.
d10 and add 30 to your.
So that aside, well, continuing the plan that we're not insulting potentially large numbers of fans.
We're not trying to insult you, fans. You make a mean lasagna.
Oh my god.
Anyway, enough out of the crowd's mouth.
So yeah, plans.
Yeah. So that's a possibility that we can move forward with.
Do you have any other ideas?
Thoughts? Any further plans?
Not at the moment.
Everyone awkwardly looks at each other like,
Yeah.
Come on, people. I employ you for your brains as well as your brawn.
I mean, we're going into Atlas territory. I mean, all I can do is just... Actually, if we uploaded Kaufman into my car, it could make for easy translation for those of us that don't speak. But then Kaufman would be in my car.
That's actually a point. Do we have anyone on staff who speaks Atlas Standard?
Kaufman.
Linda.
No, I'm talking about the... any of the mooks. Any of the associates.
That's an interesting question.
Oh god, is it gonna be fucking Inglorious Bastards where you're gonna put the person in charge and it's like, I know the most Italian.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. And he's like, oh, repeats again?
Yeah, the sad thing is, the bird speaks Atlas.
Okay, actually, let me say, I'm gonna have you do a roll here, and we're gonna determine whether or not you actually hired anyone who speaks native Atlas.
Okay, what am I rolling?
Oh boy, maybe you're gonna have to make a makeshift human suit.
Oh God.
I'll be honest, the whole fake power armor thing is on the list as possibilities.
Yeah, well,
I can help you.
Theoretically, if you make the fake power armor for someone, Kaufman could just be blowing out of a speaker on it.
That's true. That's true. How about you give me an brains plus bargaining.
Brains plus bargaining. Okay.
Yeah, basically, we're gonna see whether or not like you when you were like setting up your organization, you thought ahead to this possibility and specifically hired someone for this.
You failed.
Okay, so it's a 14 on the die and a 12 on the skill, so 26.
That will do. Yeah, you definitely have someone who speaks, fluent native Atlas. We're gonna say they weren't like a native Atlas citizen because there's not that many out in the galaxy, like wandering around the galaxy. But we'll say that like you hired someone who used to work on like a Atlas, like merc group that tried really really hard to like learn and go with the whole Atlas thing before basically realizing like how shitty they were and leaving to join someone else, i.e. you.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
occasionally they still do some racist things.
Yeah, it's a little racist, but like she's a little racist, but like she's not like super racist or anything. Like she kind of left because she realized how shitty it was.
Okay. Okay, so we've at least got that as an option. She would make a decent figurehead.
Only once a month does my my quarters get flooded with sand. That was racist. I don't know. I was trying to make a sand joke.
Fair enough.
Oh man, I hate sand.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It really gets everywhere, and I don't mean, and I under, yeah.
No, I was thinking something.
No,
way
I
worse.
know. I'm trying not to,
I know.
to make that implication more clear.
Yeah.
because it's creepy.
Yeah. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's a sand joke about the prequel movies. You hate it. It gets everywhere.
Tusken Raiders.
Aha, Tusken Raiders. Anyway, so yeah.
Is
so
that
you
how
guys,
they
yeah.
found you? Like,
So you have this person. You have this. You have someone.
Okay. So what are we thinking? Do we do just a recon run first?
Probably wise to do that.
While that's being done, we can both make the suit.
That's not a bad idea. We would actually be able to use that to keep closer to... Fuck it, her last name's gonna be Hale.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Lauren Hale,
Lauren.
because I can't make myself do even that much.
Okay. No, that's.
do you
fine.
think I could program a walkie-talkie to, or program a thing to basically speak in Atlas,
Yeah.
like text to speech?
Oh yeah, I could help. I could help you with that too.
Yeah. You two could probably make that thing. That's not too difficult. Like, like it's more difficult to set up to like find someone who can speak fluent enough Atlas to make it like clear that make it seem like they're an Atlas native. But like setting up a text-to-speech device that does like Atlas is super easy.
All right.
One of the things I also want to do and have Red pull, since she's Doc, is go ahead and implant Hale with a bone phone so I can speak directly to her without having any outside line.
Do we have a bone phone?
We can make one.
Yes. Sorry.
Out of
yeah,
the
Morag.
chicken pieces, you can make
This is up your alley, my dude.
We have a lot of scrap now that the ship has been rebuilt and everything.
True.
Besides, if necessary, I put a fucking Atex link in her head.
I can go ahead and roll the medicine on that.
Do not kill Hale.
This is one of the things I'm good at.
Don't worry, I'm a doctor. You can trust me.
Archimedes, get out!
Yeah. It's filthy in there.
Yeah.
Hey,
Let's
Doc!
go back. No, she don't.
But they don't. Yeah, that's
We need to go back. Oh, yes.
like,
Sorry.
what was that? Oh, don't be such a baby. Anyway, yeah.
Sound
So,
of progress, my friend.
God. So yeah. So yeah. What do you do? What do you do?
Okay,
what do
so
you-
let's go ahead and plot the course towards where we'd be able to, a nice stealthy course, mind you,
Oh, of course.
towards where we'd be able to pick up some of the resistance radio, such as it is.
You want me to roll ship ops for that?
What's your
Yeah.
ship operations?
Yes.
What's your ship operation?
5.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, okay.
Oh, no, you get a +3 because I'm in the ship.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Blue can help you out with that. Beep boop. Robot noises.
23.
Okay, not bad. Okay, yeah. You plot a course.
Okay, and while we're on our way, we'll
April,
go ahead
you
and
made it
start
seem
looking
as though
for
we
ship.
plotted the wrong course.
What? Why would I ever imply that? I'm just gonna make another roll for no apparent reason. It's fine.
She rolls a 1.
Okay. No, I just made another roll. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really apply to anything. 23?
Oh, they
Okay.
succeeded.
Yeah, okay.
Interesting.
The giant space kraken.
Space Kraken is, yeah, you're flying along and there's a giant space fish that's like swimming along with giant
It's the beginning of the Divinity 2 with the fucking tentacle.
Oh, that was so cool, April. You need to get Divinity
I
too.
don't fucking get it. That shit sounds really cool.
Anyway,
Yeah. So yeah, you plot out this whole course thing. You're flying along. You're working on this bone tooth.
So I mean, is there a just like basic implant that we can put in her that will essentially conduct to the bones in her skull to go through to the inner ear? I mean, frankly, that's kind of sort of something that already exists.
Yeah, that's easy enough done. You just need someone with some medical skill to do the operation.
do you want me to help?
Red, you're up.
I can help you with that. I have 3 levels of medicine.
Why don't you roll an assistance roll?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. I'll have you essentially help monitor through the because I'm opening up somebody's face here.
Yeah.
So.
Winter, what's your role-playing flaw?
Let me pull up how I described it exactly. Very quick to the punch when it comes to an object being in the way of the goal.
Okay, this is where you fuck up the operation.
Scalpel, hammer.
We need to open the skull. Okay.
Natural weapons click.
Well, I don't think we would. My natural weapons would probably just murder them out.
Well, that opens the skull, doesn't it?
But you would get a GFP point.
Yeah. Do you want a single GFP point in exchange for fucking up part of the operation? I'm okay with doing it if you want to. Winter thinks
Just
about
saying,
it.
we got an airlock.
Winter's like,
I'm less enthused about it, but
I think we could do it. I think just
This whole game is a fuck you, I'm doing my thing.
fuck you. I want a GMP.
I'm so glad I designed this XP system.
This XP system, also known as fuck the rest of the party over in the
Fuck
best
yourself in exchange for points. Like the truest test of greed.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, let's do it. We got this. So, just cybernetic weapons, just to cut through the skull.
Okay. Roll me them
Instead
medicines.
of a scalpel.
Roll me them medicines.
Oh no.
You succeed. But, well, shit. Actually don't get anything.
20.
20. 20, you say?
Yes.
oh shit.
I'm applying a little bit of a penalty on that one because of those claws you were using, so it's a little less than a 20.
Probably.
Uh-oh.
How much damage did you do with those claws of yours?
14.
14. Okay.
Oh god.
It's Nero, hi.
Yo,
Nero.
we're currently recording. just so you know.
Welcome to hell.
Welcome to surgery via claws.
Welcome to brain surgery via robot claws.
Cars. It's like Cars using his blade to fucking
Yeah.
do delicate surgery with.
As you do.
As you do.
Oh.
Hey Doc, I helped get things done faster.
I sped up the process.
I sped up the surgery by starting already.
I'm going to take a look and see what I have to do to fix it.
Well, we're gonna find that out.
Yeah.
Let's see here. This is directed directly at the head, obviously.
Yes.
Oh god, if you cripple it, then that's fucking death.
Blah blah blah.
You want me to roll a brawling check?
Let's see here.
I don't think it's a brawling check.
No,
I
no,
think
you're
it's
just gonna apply
damage.
damage directly to this person.
Okay.
So 14 damage to the head. Okie dokie then.
That's
Neighbor.
not enough to
Yeah.
kill them, I don't think.
Let's see
Yeah,
here. 5 in all skills and attributes related to their job. We're gonna say that this person's a merc, one of the mercs, so that it's going to count as. Well, let's see here actually. Oh, it would have to be a PMC trooper. I'll be nice and say it was a PMC trooper that you're operating on.
Alright.
And then Grits was one of the areas that they have a 5 in. So yes, they have a total of, let's see here, 10, 14 hit points. So you reduce them to 0 with 1 hit. Which again, not lethal, but you reduce them to 0, and that is a crippled head.
Oh god.
So basically what happens is you're like, oh, I'll speed this up. Shink, claw off a big chunk of their head. Like carefully, so that it's mostly still there. But it's basically like you took a kitchen knife and sliced someone open and like, time to begin surgery.
Get out of the med bay.
Oh, what a great story.
But I can still help,
No, out.
Oh, take a GFP, by the way.
Here, I've got an
nearly killed
idea.
the person.
This will fix things. Let me just fucking lobotomize them.
Oh, hello, disembodied
Well,
voice.
because
Thank
of
you.
the fact that you crippled their head, you have kind of lobotomized them, actually.
Oh my god. Well, then better than not. Might as well just install a way for a AI core to go in.
Oh, god damn it.
Nope.
They're not
What?
that
What are you
dead.
talking about? What?
They're not that dead to the world. It can be repaired, but you actually shit. Fuck. Wait a minute.
Do you have lobotomy rules?
Wait, no, I just realized something.
Oh no.
Image. Oh my god.
Pulling up an image.
Crippled. Okay. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh my god. Crippled by perp, generate back to full health. Cripple. Let's see here. Cripple. Because I think you might have actually done more than I realized.
Hey, if you killed them, guess
I'm
what?
healing.
Maybe we can just use them as a puppet.
Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, you roll your healing check. You can save their life, but you might have done more damage than I originally realized. I need a critical damage. That's where I'm looking at. Critical damage. Okay. All right. Here you go. Location was okay. The character receives half of their full health points in a single attack, whether the body part of the body that was hit is considered to be broken. The character suffers a -4 to all attacks related to its use. Broken arm affects shooting. Blah blah blah. Equal to their entire health pool minus half their entire health pool, and 1/2 of their injured health pool. Then okay, so you didn't. So you just crippled them. You didn't actually permanently damage their head, which would have been a lobotomy. Instead, you basically broke their skull and you cracked their skull in a way where it's now fractured rather than just cleanly sliced open.
3 health points of healing with my psychic abilities and 1 damage to myself.
Okay, good. That's good. That's so they're no longer considered to be in the negative health points penalty, but they're going to need proper medical attention to actually repair the brain injury. Now, admittedly, it's only -4 to all brain tests. It's not too bad, but it's not great.
Yes, this is also why I am a doctor.
Also, it's worth noting that because brain isn't one of the stats that normally is given to PMC troopers, she's effectively working at a brain score of 0.
Wait, what happens when you have a brain score of 0 then?
Her brain score isn't literally a 0. It's just that she's working as if her brains were 0 for all intents and purposes. Her brains is scrambled basically.
Like I said.
Try to going to administer proper medicine.
Okay, yeah, that's a good
Lucretia,
idea.
what the hell did you just do?
I helped the doctor. He got mad at me.
The
and
doctor just
kicked me
threw
out.
you out of the med bay. That was not help.
What are you saying? I cleanly cut that wound. Like I was trained to on my home planet. I used to be the doctor
What?
at my own
You see, on our old planet, we used to put sand in the wound. And so,
Well,
What did you use?
my claws, they're the easiest thing to cut with. I have full control of them.
I knew I should have gone in.
So,
I mean,
April,
that makes sense,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Lucretia, follow me.
What do you roll more at?
I have 29 on the medicine skill.
Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna heal them for some damage. Let me look at the healing thing.
Does that also include the medbay that we have?
Oh yeah.
No, it does not.
So that's actually even better. That's pretty good. Hey, congratulations.
Wait, could the medical base have bumped up my roll by +3? It could have. So it would have been a 23.
Might have. I'm not sure if you were really using the
Winter.
advantages of a medical bay.
Winter, keep in mind, guess what? If you use that +3 and you would have passed, you wouldn't have gotten a GFP point.
Yeah, fair.
Think about it.
Additionally, that's more for like when you're like using the services of the medical, as opposed to being like, it's okay, I've got claws.
Okay, so
Heck, on my
yeah,
plan.
so that's if it gives a +3, then that's a 32.
Yeah, okay, you definitely are going to like heal a lot of damage. Again, you won't be able to actually heal the crippled damage until you get her back to an actual hospital. But at the very least, you are going to, repair the damage to the point where she's probably going to be more or less okay. Okay. So what you do here is the character makes a successful medical roll after a character has taken more than 1 point of damage. The character heals automatically if the party member is injured. Okay. After a character has taken. Okay, so basically, yeah. So they heal. They'll heal 2 points of damage right now, and you'll be able to keep them in medical care and have them recover during your trip.
I'm going to go on the comms. I need somebody that doesn't have giant claws that they decide to cut through people's skulls with to come and assist me in medical.
Work on the engineering. I'm on my way.
Requesting anyone other than Linda, other than what's your character's name?
Lucretia.
Lucretia. Requesting anyone other than Lucretia to the medical bay, and Lucretia to the medical bay.
Anyone else would be better.
I'll walk in.
I will take
I have
caution
some
at this point.
training.
Red is currently bleeding from the ears.
Oh yeah, I forgot. She suffered brain damage from that.
Yeah.
No, the brain
Brad,
damage.
we really
wasn't
need to talk about this backlash.
Yeah.
Look, it's not that bad. I can keep working, but it was either that or lose the patient.
No, the backlash wasn't even from the thing. It was from just looking at how stupid that was.
All right, what do you need?
Okay, first off,
He starts scrubbing
aspirin.
them.
Yeah, first off, aspirin. I hold out my hand.
That's easy.
She'll after you hand them to her, she'll just shove them in her mouth, chew them, and swallow. All right. Now I need somebody. Now basically, what I need you to do is make sure that whenever I point to a thing, you clamp it off.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that much.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to engage in some medicine. So would you roll me an assistance roll?
Sure. This is brains, yes?
I believe
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that will be 14 on the die, 10 on the skill, so 27.
All right. Yeah, you will be assisting, giving a +5 to Morass roll.
Okay. So I roll. All right. One of the die was a 10. Do I compound it or no?
No, if you only compound the die if both of them are 10s, and you wouldn't have succeeded otherwise.
Okay.
You don't do the exploding dice unless it's like a way of succeeding on an otherwise impossible task.
Okay. So
Well, move.
with that,
Roses are red, violets are blue. All my one more shinderu.
I'm glad you're here. Thank you.
30.
Yeah.
And I got a +5.
Okay.
Plus the +3 for the.
It's
spend
very difficult to fuck this one up at this point with like all the
Wow.
assistance you've got. It's possible.
Yeah.
Very possible.
Yeah, not something I rolled badly enough to worry about, but
Yeah.
so with the +5 and the +3, I've got a 39
Okay.
to the medical.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, it takes you about an hour of intensive surgery, but you eventually manage to put the latch stitches in her head, and have successfully installed the device and repaired all the damage from trying to get into her brain in the first place. Her head is still kind of fucked up, and she's still clearly out of it, but at the very least,
I assume
fine.
that will take essentially a surgeon's ward at a hospital for me, even somebody with my skill to be able to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. You need she basically needs reconstructive surgery done on her brain. But
Okay, Red. What's the prognosis?
She's not going to be a good translator, that's for sure.
Good thing the robot in the other one made a text to speech.
And also, she's not going to be good for going off the for doing pretty much anything from now on until we get her back to a proper hospital.
Unless you get Kaufman.
Somewhere back in Linda's room, fuck, what's his name? Bob. Bob is wow, I feel like I just dodged a bullet for some reason.
So you're gonna have to send me somebody else, and I could use you as a medical assistant when to install the bone phone.
Well, it's only going to work if we have someone else on the staff who speaks Atlas or Archschlag, whatever the fuck it was.
Not so lucky, unfortunately. You kind of.
And I'm fresh out of Mercs who speak it.
Well, I have an idea, and I like it way less than you're going to.
If you are about to volunteer to be the one up front, no.
Well, I mean, I've got the car, and Kaufman speaks the language.
Frankly, I'm actually thinking about Linda in this case.
You mean the one who set off all the alarms last time? Okay.
Yes, the one who set off all the alarms last time. I'm not the one who healed up the enemy commander.
Hey!
Oh!
I just wanted them not to die. Didn't mean to keep them, up and running again.
Have you forgotten what this company is?
I was hired on as the medical professional, not one of your hired
For a group
guns.
of mercenaries.
Yeah, but I'm not a hired gun.
You're
And
working
sure,
with them.
I may or may not have wanted to run him over, but that would have just crippled his legs, and they have medical staff there.
Actually, in the contract under here, it says that if they need to use you as a gun, they are able to do so.
Have
Meaning
the
that you
legal
are
right to shove
literally
bullets up your
a
ass and
hired
have you
gun.
spit them at people.
Yeah, meaning you are a literal hired gun in the necessary time.
If you two want to actually go off of each other to find out what your contract actually stipulates, you can. But I assume that it probably is more of a standard it's a pretty broadly defined mercenary contract.
Yeah, not to mention just the working against the group by healing up the enemy is just not okay.
Also, that was a flash reflex. I haven't used my powers in years. I didn't even know I still could.
Beside the point, Red. That was an enemy combatant.
I hear you.
It had better never happen again.
From what I also understand, I believe I pulled some of your hired guns out of a kill box
Exactly. That's your job.
Yes.
I'm
So
not
I did
saying
it.
that you didn't do well with that. But when you help the enemy, you're hurting us.
Yeah. I'm endeavoring not to do that again. But, like, you're gonna keep rubbing my nose in it whenever some...
We haven't gone over this before, Red. Let's not beat around the bush.
Fair point. But this is the one time I'm going to have this conversation. I'm not used to hurting people.
And I don't expect you to necessarily do that.
Alright.
But
And
what
also-
you're not doing is aiding and abetting the enemy. Do you hear me?
Of course.
Alright.
Now, if you need somebody else to have a bone phone installed, send them in. Otherwise, I'm gonna go work off this headache. You can find me you can find me you can find me where I usually am whenever I'm not here.
Creepily rubbing down your car?
I'm actually going to be applying a paint job that's a standard Atlas issue.
Little did you know her car has an AI in which she fell in love with a long time ago, and you just didn't know.
Oh god, she transferred her fiance into an AI and put him into the car.
Well,
Her.
then, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Alright, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
There's so many AIs. Why aren't we getting arrested by the Federation
The
yet?
Federation shows up, it's just like, what the fuck?
Here's what we do. We combine them into one super AI, and then the super AI just goes and,
Fully composed of Sagittariuses.
31 on the paint job, by the way.
Okay, yeah, you will paint this fucker up proper.
this paint job looks pretty cool.
It's pretty good.
Also, still making it so that it's probably I'm gonna invoke the flaw here again.
Oh god,
and-
we're not gonna be able to sneak past now.
And make it so that, like, at some point, the fact that the paint job is easily removable is a thing that people can, under close inspection see.
Fair enough, fair enough. I'll accept that. I'll accept that. So yeah, as you guys are kind of getting ready, like where's your particular location you want to get to? Just anywhere within Atlas space or
Within Atlas space, likely off of patrol routes, but within broadcast range.
okay, that's relatively easily done. You manage to get into position and then just start scanning.
Passive listening, yeah.
Okay. Roll me whoever your best ship operations person is.
I gotcha.
Okay, roll me a ship operations plus.
Remember, there's always a +3 to the.
Yep, because Kaufman is helping you with this one. So ship operations plus your your skill with the ship's systems.
God damn it, I can't roll today. 23.
No, that's good enough.
Yeah.
The codes,
I
this
keep
isn't too
rolling
hard.
20s. I don't know why.
You
Oh, well, that'd be even higher. What's the ship's...
No, I'm saying 20s. Rolling 10 and then adding 10 is what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you pick it up, and it's not too hard. It's like they're trying to get the signal out there, and like as long as you have the codes, which you do, the idea is that they want you to be able to pick up on this. So before long you get like a signal, and it actually comes through originally as like an Atlas signal. But then it just kind of goes into the radio broadcast thing, and it's like, welcome, all free-thinking, citizens of Atlas to the, free Atlas, free Atlas space.
Free Atlas Air.
Live from, deep within the heart of Atlas. The voice of truth and reason within this corrupt system. Then there's a little tune and someone comes on, it's like, and recent news, it starts actually just kind of going through like local news, various, there's news about like some attacks, there's news about some other things, but then it kind of just drifts off into a lot of news about like, and then recently we found out that they totally are lying about the new food rations on this planet. They're like 0.5% lower than they were last year, even though they said they increased it by 10%. Like where do the lies stop? So like there's a lot of bullshit you're kind of like you're sifting through to get at anything useful. What specifically?
They're
do you
idiots. Of course, Atlas is telling the truth.
God damn it.
So yeah, what do you do with what do you want to do with this stuff as you're kind of going through it?
Let me be honest. A lot of what I'm looking for is just getting the data and then looking at it for any sort of patterns that pop out, any mention of any internal politics, that sort of stuff. If Jasper's name comes up, excellent.
Lucretia's actually interested in hearing about these attacks, if that could be used somehow.
Sure,
that's
sure.
a good thing.
Okay, so what I'm going to have you guys do is, like, as you start compiling the data, you're going to roll me a tech plus senses roll to basically sift through, like, because you're not going to listen to all of it, because listening to all of it would be, like, fucking insane. But what you do is you'll basically record it for, like, a couple of days, and then you're going to use you're going to basically set up a program to sift through it for, like, patterns. So make a senses plus tech roll to, like, build this little program that will, like, siphon through all this stuff to get you the relevant, repeating points.
Do we each build our own, or do we help?
You probably want to work on one together, but if you want to both...
Who has the highest tech skill?
I have 6 tech.
Oh, I have 8 tech.
Alright.
Sounds like Belial's got this one.
I also have 10 intelligence, so that probably would...
Well, this is senses, not intelligence. But,
Oh, okay. So it's senses. Let me see. How many do I have? I have 7 in senses, so...
You're probably the best.
Yeah, you're the best.
Yeah.
But if anyone wants to help,
Yeah, I'll help.
The best of you. Oh my god, this is the first time I'm not rolling fucking shitty. Oh, thank god.
20 on the assist.
Okay.
26 on my
add a
assist.
+5. That'll add a +5. Anything
Oh my
over
god.
is a +5.
Well, yeah. Oh god, this is gonna be crazy. Alright. 28 for me.
Okay, yeah, plus an additional 10, so that's gonna
That's
do
38. Jesus.
So yeah, Kaufman like sits down, like starts like working this thing out, and like with the admittedly very helpful assistance of his friends, ends up building a really like nice machine that like program that essentially like sifts through the data and very rapidly comes out with a couple of like key pieces of information that are repeating. One of them is that apparently there's a new game, like a game is about to start. Like they kind of have games going throughout the year, but a big one's about to start, and it's actually at the very base that you guys have been asked to go and fuck up. Additionally, there's been a series of attacks, and like the attacks have been kind of scattered, but and there's a lot of like conflicting information, but it looks like it can be narrowed down to occurring in a system nearby it. And in fact, there's sort of it's not certain, but there's a hypothesis that a lot of the people, like a lot of the reason why they're setting up these games right now is basically to just take as many of those prisoners, as many of the like rebels as they can, and shove them straight into the game, and then like just take care of them real fast before anyone has a chance to really kind of get a feel for these people.
Okay.
So that's like those are the two big data points you kind of see. There's a lot of other stuff, but like those are kind of the two most relevant things.
Any name Jasper pop up anywhere in it?
Let's see here. Yes, the name Jester does not show up much, but you actually do find one or two references to Jester. Like they aren't common or anything, but you do hear about that apparently like one of the people associated with this in some way is codenamed Jester. The people who are reporting this don't know what exactly it is because like all the files related to them are classified, but it's either one of the agents or one of the rebels, like one of the higher ranking rebels is named Jester, and that whoever it is, whoever Jester is, they are going to be involved in these games in some way, either as a captured member or as someone setting up the actual like festivities.
Okay. On any of our knowledge of Atlas space, is there a decent data center to hit that would be on the way towards this place? That could be done with the schedule if we needed to get after this stuff?
Actually, yes, indeed. The location that was being attacked, the place that's nearby, this like where the game's taking place, is a data point, is like a data center.
Are the attacks ongoing?
You're not sure. Like the reports are so scattered that it's hard to tell. But it sounds like if they are ongoing, they're winding down.
Okay.
Like that, you're kind of seeing like the tail end of this whole thing.
Well, it would be good to make friends with them if we need their assistance in the actual arena.
Yeah. Looks like we're heading in that direction.
Yeah. So as you guys are doing all that, though, make me a senses. Sorry, not senses. Ship operations plus ship stuff.
Yeah, ship ops plus
yeah.
systems.
That one.
17 plus 10 is 27.
Okay. Yeah. You pick up a ship that's recently come into into real like has recently warped in nearby. Not super nearby you guys, but near enough that it's kind of weird and kind of troubling.
What do we got?
There's a ship off the gives direction. Seems weird because of how close it is. Probably going to aid the node, the information node, possibly. That is my assumption.
Do we have any idea of what class of ship it is?
Let me see. Let's see. What do you roll?
27.
27?
No, 30. Yeah, 27. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look up a ship real fast and tell you. Okay.
It is a god ship.
It is a god ship.
Oh wait, I forgot to add the +3 because of Leo 30. Fuck.
Okay, yeah, that's fucking great. Yeah, that's really good. Okay.
Good job, Winter. Doesn't change.
Not bad. No, but yeah. Okay, so what this looks like, the ship itself seems to be like it's a modified security destroyer.
Okay.
Which means it's a large ship, like beefy motherfucker. You would know this, like just from your experience with these types of ships. Like you don't know exactly what modifications have been done to this particular ship, so like these statistics are not necessarily like definitely what this thing is. But normally they have like heavy armor plating. They have like military class shieldings. They obviously, are always designed with like holding cells and all that. And unless its weapons have been modified, security ships always use laser repeaters.
Okay. Is it heading towards us?
It seems to be heading towards you, but not like attack speed, more like cruising speed. And it's far enough away that it's clearly not like rushing in to like charge you or even necessarily to like meet with you. It's just sort of moving in a direction.
Well,
Off of the general
I could pull
patrol,
communications.
No, don't draw attention if we don't need it. Kaufman, what is Hey Kaufman, what is standard procedure?
I have to come up with some stupid bullshit. Hold on. Shit. April, help me.
Okay,
You flash your
for an Atlas ship as a security patroller is to basically try to like puff up your chest a bit. Essentially, go like you guys are technically like kind of in a weird gray area around Atlas space, but you are definitely within like close enough that Atlas security would be like attention non-Atlas ship. You are currently in Atlas sovereign territory. Like state your business. And if they thought that they were going to be attacked, they'd duck back into Atlas space to get friends.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which means that we can just tell them that we're the mercenary crew.
We can. Go ahead and keep the any video feed offline. How's your text-to-speech? How's your text-to-speech program working?
Kaufman recommends keeping only human personnel within the camera's range.
Yeah, she like lifts herself up and like adjusts it away from her.
Okay. Lucretia, go ahead and get the jump coils charged, just in case we do need to run.
Gotcha.
Does Atlas have a specific human look that they hold above all others?
Not really. They like anyone who kind of looks like a member of the Bowles family is like considered like a little extra cool. But they're not like they don't have the whole Nazi thing going on with like very specific blood types or anything.
Do I have anyone on staff who has at least a similar look to the Bowles family?
You can find someone who looks.
Okay, I'm going to call for that person specifically.
Okay. So they hurry up and it's Jeffries.
Jeffries. Sorry to do this to you, but you're gonna have to be a
should keep track of all of the names of the crew that April
God damn it.
keeps up, so that you can just bring up specific.
Well, we've got Adamson. We've got Hale, who is currently comatose.
You got Bob.
Yeah. At the moment, we've got Jeffries, we've got Michaels, and we've got Thompson.
Yep. So he's like, okay, I'll do my best, boss.
Can you lip sync?
Yeah, I can probably manage it.
Good.
Okay, I'm going to be talking for you.
Okay.
I'm going to be talking in their language.
He actually goes like, oh, actually, like, what you can probably do, and like this isn't anyone would know how to do it. I'm not gonna make you guys make a roll for anything. Like, he basically like fucks with like the communicator a little bit, so they'll look slightly out of sync and kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Like a shitty connection anyway.
I'll be honest, I was actually just about to tell Kaufman to throw in some distortion.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, so in fact, I'll let you have that moment then. Like, you basically do that. So then, yeah, are you going to hail this other ship?
No, they're the security controller. They get to go ahead and make the hail first.
This is not a security patroller. This is not an Atlas ship. This is a modified ship from outside Atlas space.
Oh, from outside Atlas space.
Yes, indeed.
Do we have any idea on where it comes from?
You have a lot of trouble doing so. You would assume that it's probably coming from the direction of of Outpost 19 or Norsco, or like a Big Z, just generally, given the fact that that's like those would be like the nearest places that a big ass security ship would be coming in from. I mean, this isn't a huge security ship or anything, but it's clearly a modified and heavily armored one. So it's probably safe to say that it's probably someone from it's not a colonist. On the other hand, there's another possibility of who this could be, of where this person might be coming from, considering the fact that it's a very clearly modified ship. And that is that this ship might be coming from the Mercenaries Union.
No.
Yeah.
It could very likely be a PLA ship. And that would not be a good thing for you guys.
No.
At the moment, we're not looking like an Atlas ship. So I think it actually...
Yeah.
I did not design it with that in mind, yes.
Well,
it is general.
What did you paint you were painting the car, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it looks like Atlas Security, but it also looks like it was hastily painted that way.
Fair enough.
So it could be a merc company that is
Atlas. Yeah, no, that would probably pass, at least on the outer worlds. Like, if you try and go to Atlas Prime with that shit, they'll be like,
fuck off.
Oh, wait a second. The mercenary group that we ran into at the station, that was Typhoon?
Typhoon.
Okay. We might pass ourselves off as them.
Yeah, that would probably be your best bet, honestly. Just because, like, they're currently working for Atlas, and You know, a
Okay.
mercenary company like that would be like essentially, they're Atlas booze essentially. Like they're
Yeah, and Atlas does use mercenary companies as border guards.
yeah. They usually like properly like bring them back into like refit them to make them kind of fit the Atlas image, but it wouldn't be entirely unreasonable for them to have an Atlas mercenary group, you know, like set up, like still kind of running some of their old colors just because they needed ships on the line quickly.
Okay. Then we are going to go ahead and open up a hailing frequency.
Okay.
This is the Typhoon Mercenary Corporation ship at Category 5, working under contract to Atlas Corporation. An unidentified ship. Identify yourself.
Yeah, so the ship hails you, like returns communications, and the logo is definitely that of the Mercenary Union. And when it like cuts back in, you actually see a graying Shamarin on the other end, and he, you know, like nods and says, "Hello, Atlas Security Patroller. I'm here. You know, don't mean to cause any trouble. I'm just looking for a couple of a couple of criminals who are passing through this direction. You wouldn't happen to have seen a ship called the Bloody Talon passing by this direction? Passing through this space recently?
Blooded Talon, you fuck. No.
All information on Atlas on ships passing through the Atlas border is held classified by Atlas Corporation. You understand that I cannot share this information as I am under contract."
He gives you like the equivalent of a thin lip smile for a Shamarin and says, "Oh, I understand. Of course.
I understand your accent, bitch.
I heard your accent." No,
How's it feel, Shamarin?
yeah, but he okay, but no, he actually goes like, "Oh, I understand. I, you know, wouldn't expect anything less from you guys. You know, from Atlas. It's just a matter, you know, it's, you know, like, he's, sorry, like, blah, blah, blah. All right, he's like, don't worry about it. I happen to know that this ship happens to be in the area, and I reckon you all should be aware of the fact that these are a pair of this is a crew of very dangerous criminals. There's a rather large bounty out on their heads, and should you happen to want a little piece of that, just make sure you give me a holler if you happen to see them."
We'll keep it in mind. On a personal matter, they gave quite a bit of trouble to our corporation, and we'd like to see them swinging.
Well, hopefully we can manage to work something out in a peaceful way. And you actually like notice that like your ship is being scanned. Like your ship is getting like an ID run on it, but you did remove the thing, so it's not going to like pop right up as the Bloody Talon.
I tell him, I like enter his comm, not enter his comms, but
yeah,
tell him through his own comm. Yeah.
Yeah. He's, as the scan finishes, he says, "It's actually kind of funny. I heard that the Talon recently went through a bit of rework in its look."
You don't say.
Yeah, so I'd be mighty careful with these people. The ship that they're flying might not look exactly the same as the one that they flew out of Bigsy on.
Keep that in mind.
You do that. I don't mean to cause you boys any trouble. I know how Atlas can be about non-humans poking around their territory, so I'll let you get back to your days. But you see the Bloody Talon. You make sure you give me a holler. And he, like his picture like vanishes for a second, and it's replaced by like essentially like an electronic business card. And you actually recognize the face. You recognize like the label. This is actually a pretty famous mercenary named Angel Eyes, who is pretty well known as both A, a pretty moral dude, and B, a really, 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 really dangerous motherfucker on the ground. Like he's his ship isn't like the scariest thing in the skies, but if he catches you on the ground, he is nasty.
Good to know.
Yeah,
That is why we challenge him to fisticuffs.
Yes. I mean, the nice thing about this dude is that he's not like he's also known for being pretty much a straight shooter. So like, for the most part, like people who fly above the line are pretty all right. But unfortunately, when you're currently accused of an assassination against a major, political figure, you're probably going to have a harder time convincing him that he shouldn't shoot you. But
if you can just drag him into a chase with that giant destroyer.
But luckily, he also doesn't seem to be particularly well, it's obvious that he seems to suspect you of something. He's not interested in, going against you right here and now, and is not sure enough that he wants to just start blasting a potentially innocent, ship out of the sky. So.
Well, also, if it is an actual mercenary from Atlas, there's.
Yeah, again, part of the thing with him being a pretty straightforward moral dude is that he doesn't want to start, causing fights with major powers over suspicions. There are other members of the PLA who will straight up just do that, but luckily you don't have one of the more psychotic members after you.
Yet.
Yeah. If this was Norse, he'd basically fly his ship directly at... No, not Norse, sorry. If this was Vince Millennial, he'd basically, be flying his... Vance Manium, sorry. If this was Vance, he'd basically be flying his ship directly at you right now.
He would probably just crash into our ship, board it.
Well, thank God for Chimeran discipline.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, that's kind of the funny thing. This guy, you probably actually know yourself, because Raph would probably actually know because, like Raph himself, he's a former Fed boy who, moved out. It's just that he was a lawman rather than a soldier.
Hmm.
So he's a pussy, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
That whole bring him in alive thing rather than just shooting them and leaving them in a ditch.
Yeah. But he kind of flies on, but he makes it you kind of get the very distinct impression he's not leaving or anything. He's just making it clear, I know you fuckers are up to something. This is your warning.
Lucretia, jump us out. Get us into some empty space.
It's really lucky you guys have a stealth drive right now.
Yeah, there was a reason I wanted that damn thing.
That was a very good call. So yeah, you guys jump out of Atlas space for now, but you have you have a location that you can probably jump into. You have an idea of where you can probably hit, and you know that a very, very dangerous motherfucker might be is tailing you and. May or may not be getting mixed up once you hit ground level.
Friggin' Angel Eyes. How much are they paying for us?
Apparently someone really doesn't like you.
Yeah. Can I just check the bounty?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You totally
they do have it on
it's posted. Yeah, it's posted. And it's currently actually that's the sort of the thing is when you actually check your bounty, you can see that Angel Eyes has currently got it pegged as I am working this one.
Back the fuck off.
Yeah, step off. But yeah, it's big. Someone is willing to pay 200 resource points just to, basically dead or alive on you guys.
So what you're saying is we could just turn in a couple of us, and
no, it's for the full crew, and that's actually part of the thing. This is a little bit interesting. They want the ship and the full crew. Payment doesn't go through unless every member of the crew is accounted for as either a corpse or in custody. And the buyer, this isn't actually very surprising. The buyer is not listed. The contractor is on actual commission.
So what you're saying is we need to get some clones.
You can try, but yeah, no, it's
clones in another ship.
But yeah, very clearly, they don't just want the leaders. They don't just want the people who are in charge or to make an example or something. They very specifically want everyone in this crew taken care of, which means that they either really don't like you or really don't want you guys, talking, which, given the fact that you were probably set up by someone, is a pretty clear bet that it's, the latter.
Our poor mooks.
Our poor mooks.
Your poor subordinates don't deserve this shit, but they're in it anyway.
Well, we don't deserve this shit. Anyway.
They signed their contract.
Everybody here signed a contract, and now you got to deal.
You forgot to read
and once we get
print.
through this, we are going to be a band of brothers and sisters.
Oh god, yeah, no, like
and entirely too many AIs.
And entirely too many robots.
It's too many cooks, except with AIs.
Oh god.
Anyway, that's where we're going to stop for now. Though we'll next week. I know that like the second week, the second week and the third week have been like relatively light on actual like combat or anything, though pretty heavy on like big revelations. But week 4, you guys are going to Atlas, and things are gonna probably get fucking bloody. Like, even if everything goes as planned, you're going into a goddamn war zone, like a televised war zone. So, things are gonna get messy no matter what. Just you're limiting how messy they are necessarily going to get.
Well, so long as it's messy for everyone else, we're pretty much good.
Indeed. But yeah, so as per usual, everybody who fulfilled one of their personal flaws or personal goals gets an GFP. Everybody gets a GFP for working towards the party goal, which you all obviously did. You obviously haven't achieved the party goal yet, but you have an idea as to a thing. You can change, by the way, starting next session, if you want to change your actual ongoing party goal to instead be the job that Kat hired you for, which might potentially allow you to essentially like count this job as being completed a lot earlier, and then you basically get 2 payouts. That would be the second one would be a lot smaller, but you would like of GFP, which would if you want to get some levels in earlier, that could be a thing. Since this is by necessity a somewhat longer job. Yeah. But you can make that choice next week, and obviously the ships get a point. All your sidekicks and partners get a point.
Yep.
What about my dependent?
Your dependents do not get GFP. Through that, you can give them GFP, but they do not level up normally because they are otherwise they'd be a little too strong.
Well then, looks like soft serve is going to be God.
You're going to have to feed soft serve you're going to have to refill the soft serve machine in order to get her nice and strong. But Tish,
I'd like to fill her machine.
I'd like to. Oh my god. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Not gonna be that as a fucking outro. Next time.